joins us now in an exclusive interview. Very good afternoon to you, Aaron. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you. Thanks for having me.
So tell us what's new about this latest Shield product. I feel kind of like whether it's you in the past with us or a lot of your rivals recently and in the past, always kind of talking up why their cybersecurity aspects are the best. But is it really now just a cost of doing business as opposed to a differentiator?
Well, I do think it is becoming a cost of doing business in the digital age to make sure you have incredibly powerful security. For us, we do think of this as a differentiator just because of how much we've put an emphasis on data security, compliance, and bringing really kind of intelligence to how we secure content. So this new feature is really a first of its kind, where it's combining native data classification controls directly into our platform. So, for instance, if you're a life sciences company or a healthcare provider or a bank, you're working with lots of sensitive intellectual property and a lot of sensitive digital data. And we want to help you understand what's inside that information so you can classify it appropriately, so it is only shared with the right people or accessed in the right applications or from the right location. So the only way to do that at scale is doing that in an automated way, as opposed to users going in and manually applying that level of security. So that's what our new feature does with Inbox Shield, and we're really excited to be releasing it today and rolling it out over the next month or so to all of our Box Shield customers.
What level of demand have you seen for all of your products in the last couple of months? And to what extent do you feel like this has just brought forward this work from home trend, other digital adoption trends of the last few months, just brought forward demand from years ahead as opposed to added to demand?
Yeah, I think, if you look at the market sizes that cloud companies are going after, usually these markets are much larger than I think a lot of analysts or the market tends to realize. So the entire kind of world population of people that go into workplaces, whether that's working in a retail site or inside of an office or at a doctor's office, all of these workplaces and these ways of working need technology. And so there are billions of people globally that are going to be accessing enterprise technology to be able to do their job. And so this is absolutely pulling in that demand. But the market sizes are often much larger than I think are sometimes initially realized. So for us, the market that we're going after in the late 90s or the early 2000s, there were maybe only tens of millions of people globally that really needed to be able to secure their data, secure their content, and be able to collaborate in a really efficient way. Today, there's hundreds of millions, if not billions of people that need to be able to do that. So the markets are much larger, and that's why you're seeing unbelievable growth from products like Zoom and Slack and Microsoft Teams and WebEx. And our job is we want to be the best way to help enterprises manage their corporate data in a very secure way. So we are seeing really fantastic growth that we called out in Q1, our last quarter in the enterprise segment. There are some natural headwinds in this environment just due to the economy in our SMB segment, but we have been able to see some progress made within that segment that we're really excited about. So overall, I think demand for cloud remains strong, and you are going to see an acceleration of digital transformation just due to the fact that people have to now start to digitize more of their business processes.
Tomorrow's a pretty momentous day, Aaron. We're going to get CEOs, as you know, of Google, Amazon, Apple, all on Capitol Hill, all testifying, answering questions about antitrust. I mean, this is going to be must-see TV here in the entire business world. Who do you think is going to be under the most pressure? Who do you want to hear from the most?
Yeah, no, it's going to be. I'm going to be just certainly excited to tune in. I don't know why they don't do it as a pay-per-view option, but it'll be really.
It'll be on CNBC.
What's that?
It'll be on CNBC.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe there's a way to charge extra or something for that. But I think it'll be super interesting to watch the different dynamics. I think the one risk this environment has is for possible kind of politicization of some of the topics, and so we'll have to see if that kind of enters the picture and sort of distorts the conversation. But I do think what's really important is as you look at the digital economy, which we've now been in for a couple of decades, but the size, the scale, the power of these platforms are obviously larger than ever before, what we probably ever could have imagined. So I do think there's an important discussion to be had around what does it mean to have consumer choice, to be able to make sure that you have a fair landscape for new companies to be able to compete in these markets. I think these are going to be incredibly important conversations for the U.S. as well as I think the global economy to be really discussing around what does regulation of tech look like. If you look at markets like healthcare, life sciences, banking, telecommunications, we've seen regulation emerge in those industries as they become more important to our lives over time. Right. And I think it certainly makes sense that we would see the same thing in the technology industry.